Welcome back for today's college basketball pick video play for January 17th, 2019. As always, you can check out our daily free play as well as all of our college basketball picks against the spread for today's action over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. So coming into this one, talking about this matchup here in the Big West between UC Santa Barbara and UC Davis, and give our lean on where we see the better value against the spread. The road team, the Gauchos, coming in as very small favorites, giving 1.5 points. Now, these are two teams that have had very different regular seasons up to this point, and you take a look at UC Santa Barbara, 13-3 overall, 2-0 within conference. They have the best record within the Big West, and they're right atop the league standings early on here with that 2-0 mark, taking on a UC Davis team that's been a huge disappointment this season at just 4-12 overall, and they're already 0-2 within league play. And you take a look at their overall records, and you might think that this is a huge mismatch, but just in terms of the overall talent on both of these teams, it's really not all that different, but you definitely give the lean over to the Gauchos, just given what they've been proving this year on the court. But it's also not without the realm of possibility that UC Davis, behind their home court advantage, could go on and win this one, despite the fact that they're in the basement of the Big West, while UC Santa Barbara is right there at the top of the league. Now, the Gauchos, we've been impressed with what they've been able to do this year, perhaps not going against the toughest non-conference slate, which is part of the reason why they were able to rack up a lot of wins, but they've also picked up some nice wins here and there. If you take a look back at the non-conference, one that really stands out is their victory later on in non-conference play over a San Francisco team that's been one of the better mid-major team, certainly a very positive surprise from the Dons this year, and the Gauchos were able to grab that win. Now, thus far within Big West play, the Gauchos picking up 2 wins on their home court in relatively competitive fashion over Cal Poly and UC Riverside, and now they're going to be heading out on the road over this next week here with UC Davis and Cal State Fullerton. In terms of the numbers that they've been putting up this year, the Gauchos average right around 77 points per game, giving up around 64, so they have a positive plus-minus of about positive 13 points. Now, UC Davis, they went against a little bit tougher of an overall non-conference schedule in comparison to the Gauchos, which is also part of the reason why their record is so much worse. But if we just take a look at a common opponent, the Aggies also went against the San Francisco team that UC Santa Barbara defeated, and the Aggies were absolutely demolished in that one, losing by a final of 42-76. And the Aggies, thus far within league play, they have been respectable on the road, losing at UC Irvine by only 2 points and then losing at Long Beach State by just 5 points. That just goes to show you, even though this team is 8 games below 500, they should still be respectable within league play and consistently competitive. Now, if we look back at the preseason, UC Davis was a team that was expected to perhaps finish in the upper tier of the conference, and while that's still within the realm of possibility, it's not looking all that great based on the numbers that we've been seeing from the Aggies this year. So this group, they're averaging 64 points per game while giving up around 70, so they have a negative plus-minus of about negative 6 points. So on a game-to-game average this year, and you do have to factor in that the Aggies have gone against a tougher schedule, but the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos are about 20 points better, which means that this spread of just 1.5 points does feel a bit on the low side. So we're going to go ahead, take the road team, taking UC Santa Barbara, giving the 1.5 points as the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Again, you can check out all of our college basketball picks over at stumpthespread.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.